you love me too. It's just that sometimes love isn't enough. At least not for us. I mean, we're always fighting and saying things that we don't mean and that we can't take them back, and I hate that.
I got 4 fingers for real.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy, Coach Smook. How y'all feeling this morning? How are y'all feeling this morning? Definitely want to give y'all time to come in this morning so that we can crank this thing up the right way. How y'all feeling this morning? Come in with the energy. Give yourself an applause, a hand clap of praise, man. I love being here with y'all. Listen. Give it up for y'all. Give it up for yourselves. Yeah, do that. Give it up for yourselves because guess what? Without y'all, without God, without y'all, I will not be here. I will not have the energy to do this, especially after a morning like this morning. Y'all, I can't find my other glass. Yes, I can. They're getting clean right now. But listen, man, great morning. I'm telling y'all, man. It was one of them things this morning. I got up, we got to the gym, and the workout started off tough. But we made it through it, man. We made it through it. Got to hoop a little bit. If y'all saw the live stream, myself, KT, we was out there trying to just get some cardio in. Man, guys just go way too hard in the gym, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old now. You know, maybe I ain't got it no more. You get what I'm saying? So listen, I appreciate y'all for pulling up this morning. We're live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, man. Make sure you take the first 20 seconds you're in here, drop a like. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe and share the stream. Share the live across all platforms, all major social media platforms. We're trying to get the word out about the Coach Smook Morning Show. And today's show is going to be very interactive. So I hope you're able to call in. I hope you're ready to call in and have these conversations because we're going to set some realistic and some unrealistic. We're going to discuss some realistic and unrealistic expectations when it comes to this 2024-25 Alabama Crimson Tide football team, man. Hey, listen, the energy that we have on this channel is becoming infectious. I love the way we interact on this channel. I love the phone calls that we've been able to have, all of our phone call segments. Guys, the edits that I'm about to put out, man, I'm telling y'all. And the only reason I haven't put them out yet because we still are growing analytically, right? We're still growing. People are coming and seeing the channel and they haven't seen everything that we have to offer. So I don't want to give them too much and then we get old quick. So be looking out for all this content, man. I'm telling y'all, it's really a strategic game. If y'all see me shaking over here, it's because I'm trying to get this protein shake together. And then hold on a second. Let me get right. Because these glasses ain't doing it. I can't see out of them. The rim like them thick rim glasses, I can't do them no more. Yeah, I gotta keep the Farrakhan. I mean the business etiquette Farrakhan's on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The true readers. There they go. All right, we good now. We good. Jesus Christ. I couldn't see nothing out of them others. Must too strong. What up, Jimmy? Everybody in the chat, man. Come on, man. Let's do the roll call. I'm here. Y'all, my producer, she gonna be here in a few minutes. So y'all know how it is. Y'all know how it is when I ain't got the producer and the boss lady in the studio. It get kind of weird, okay? But listen, I appreciate y'all. Hey, first comment in the chat this morning was from my big sister, man. Getting in here early, up working. Good morning, AAA family. What's up? Good morning, sis. Cicely, Dr. Cicely, artist, Roll Tide. Zachary Woods is in the chat. Roll Tide, Bino, Antoine, Moonrocker, KT. I know she dragging right now. She went to go get breakfast. Boy, I'm telling y'all, the legs are done. I'm not even gonna play around. The legs are done today. Legs and back are done. I got a clip on my post, man. We went crazy this morning. Antonio, what's good, bro? Uncle Jay is in the building. Gil Cruz is in the building. Let's go, Matt Farms. I seen you in the building on the other side too, man. What's up, my boy? Hey, Carla Bailey is in the building. Jordan Wright is in the building. K Spray, JB, Walt Albright. Everybody is in here. The family's in here, y'all. Family, let's go get some more family. Let's tell the other folks that we live here on YouTube. We live on Facebook. We live on Twitter. Gary is in the building. Mary J is in the building. I want to hear from some of y'all. Some of y'all that be in here typing a lot. I want to hear y'all on the phone today. I really want to get y'all takes because we got some good reality or reach segment questions and takes today. Like I think that's what we might end up just doing all morning because there's some good ones and I think they're going to create some good discussions. And I want y'all to be real. I want y'all to be honest. I'm gonna have some controversial takes. You know, I'm gonna have not some controversial, some takes that might create a little uneasy conversation. But we're gonna get into it today. All right. What's up? Hey, my brother Kevin Lister, aka Bluff 4 Gaming, tapping in on the Facebook side. Then my big bro Uncle Jimmy. Look, that's how you know we family. He my big brother, but everybody call him Uncle Jimmy. Uncle Jimmy over there on Facebook tapping in, man. Roll Tide over there. Good morning, Antonio Russell, my cousin Corey Glover. What's good? Roll Tide, man. Everybody in here. What's up, Pops? Pops is in the building. He says, what's up, AAA family? Good morning, everybody. Selamar Branch is in the building. Hey, Selamar, go ahead and pick up one of them AAA memberships, man. Come on, man. Come on, pick up one of them memberships, man. Join that AAA club, you know, AA, single A, or MVP. Y'all got to listen. We got the video. We're gonna edit the updated video today, and it'll be posted for the fan funders, the AAA family members who join the team and support the channel monetarily on a monthly basis. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what the perks are. Y'all know what y'all get access to, and it's really going to pick up coming up this week. I'm telling y'all right now. Yesterday, we didn't go live last night because we had a couple good meetings, couple good conversations with some well-known content creators, some up-and-coming content creators, but also we're really trying to keep our connections to the university. Y'all know our primary focus here is Alabama football. I love to cover recruiting in-state Alabama. I'm crossing over the bridge to Georgia. You know, I'm living in Atlanta for the time being. I'm trying to cross over and get tapped in with some of these high schools in these areas. We're trying to get over in Mississippi. We got some ties down in lower Alabama, down in South Alabama. We got a lot of ties that we're stretching into North Florida. Like, the network is growing because we're not scared to share the platform, right? So as you continue to share and like the stream, that's what helps people get their eyes over here on the Coach Smook Network, and they get to see what we're doing. Bama Fan 95, appreciate you for pulling up. Appreciate you for pulling up today. Smook and Mbakwe need to return punts with the, yes, very loudly. Say it louder for the people. Say it louder for the people in the back, my brother. Say it louder for the people in the back. Hopefully y'all heard my boy. He said Mbakwe needs to return punts. You know what? I wish you was Corey Glover. I don't know if you in our Discord channel or not, but go to Reality to Reach, and I would like for you to chime in on there because we got some good ones. We got some good ones, and some of these we kind of touched on, but I think today will be a clip. Today will be a clip day, like content wise. I think we will be able to create a lot of clips that's gonna get a triple double this morning. Man, no, I wasn't, man. I wasn't even Brett. I wasn't even moving for real. And what's crazy is, man, like, I had just got done doing my leg workout, so I don't have no lift, no power, no, like, the endurance wasn't. It was just kind of like to just keep loose and get some cardio in, right? And so them boys was out there playing serious, but it was a good time. There was some good guys, man, and I think it's gonna get better. The more I show up in there, the better it's gonna get. I kind of feel it coming back, you know. I need to start getting there shooting around first before I go live, man, because y'all be catching me. I ain't getting no shots up before we started running. I got out there, put my shoes on. They was ready to run. I just started running. So it took me like 3 shots to even get straight. And then, you know, KT was out there, man. Dude, man, listen. When my partner gets straight, when KT gets straight, like all the way straight back in basketball, rhythm and basketball shape, she gonna be a shooter, y'all. So I think I passed to it like 3 times. One time I tried to have her on a break, y'all. And come on, man. You know, when you've been out of it for like 3 years, 2 to 3 years, your mind be telling you to do stuff, and your body like, wait, what are you talking about? That's what happened with me this morning. So, and then KT caught a glimpse of that too. She had a couple moments where she was like, let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, listen. Hey, Moon Rocker, don't play with me, bro. I'm a shooter, bro. I had just came fresh from, I did shoulders. I had tapped shoulders to end my workout because I did legs. So I always tap something that's fresh. You know what I'm saying? That, especially if I got it set to work the next day. So tomorrow I'll be doing shoulders and back, right? Doing a little compound. And I might hit biceps at the end of that because I know the next day that's what I'll probably be going to. So yeah, that's what was up, man. It took me a few shots. Man, everybody know what's up, man. Susan Thomas in the middle. How you feeling this morning? Roll Tide, everybody. Roll Tide, everybody. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Hey, I should have, man. You know what? I'm not as aggressive on the court as I used to be, man. I'm really laid back on the court now. I do it for fun. I get in a league, maybe I'll take a little bit more serious, but yeah, man, we're gonna get this thing rolling today. I want to first start off with some news, man. We don't have a lot of news to kind of cover when it comes to Bama football, but there is some media news out there that I would like to get to. And let me go to Twitter. And everybody's talking about it, man. the Jaden Rashada story, right? Let me see. Jaden Rashada, the story on Jaden Rashada that got released yesterday. And I'm gonna go with the CBS article. I like what CBS did with their article. The On3 article was kind of, is what it is. But I kind of like this CBS article. John Talty reported this yesterday, almost 24 hours ago. So we right here on it. Let me see if I can get it populated here for y'all on the screen. It's crazy, right? What college football has come to. Good morning, Keita. Good morning. She just came from picking the baby up. Had to go to the school, check on the baby. But listen, check this out, y'all. Let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about this. This is crazy. This is what we were talking about months ago when we started talking about NIL and what it would become. And this is crazy, right? This is crazy. A $14 million NIL deal for a high school kid that hasn't taken a college snap, right? This is crazy. And then the rumors around it saying that it was a lot of just trying to keep him from going elsewhere, keep him from going to Georgia, keep him from looking at Alabama. Like, that is crazy, right? So the story is, and I'm gonna just read it. Also named in the bombshell, the suit after a former Georgia staffer. So you see the picture. There you go, young boy. And Jaden Rashada, to me, I'm not gonna say he's overrated, but he is a developmental talent. So going to Georgia, playing behind Carson Beck, was definitely a good move for him. And I think this is what's wrong with college football, though. Let's look at this, and we can weigh in on it when you call in. And then we'll also jump into our reality or reach topics. I'll give my take on this season, the outcome, some of the things I'm looking at. I'm looking at the reality or reach suggestions in the Discord, and I'm gonna kind of float around those. So yeah, let's get to it. So it says, and I don't know if y'all can see that as good as I can. I'll see. I can zoom in. So it says Georgia quarterback Jaden Rashada has filed a lawsuit against Florida coach Billy Napier, top Gators booster Hugh Hathcock, and former football staffer Marcus Castro Walker over a failed name, image, and likeness deal that would have paid the quarterback $13.85 million, according to the suit filed in federal court on Tuesday. The bombshell lawsuit, which features the unprecedented action of an active SEC quarterback suing a sitting rival head coach, is the most notable NIL related lawsuit to date, right? And y'all know NIL has only been around for what, 3 years now? 2021, 2020, 2021, right? So 3 years we're going on NIL. In lawsuit to date. In many ways, Rashada became the face of the chaotic nature of early NIL that was full of big promises with little oversight on the heels of his Florida deal falling apart. The complaint filed in the Pensacola Division of the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Florida details a number of counts alleging Napier, Hathcock, and others fraudulently induced Rashada, then a highly regarded high school quarterback prospect, to attend Florida with no intention of following through on their financial promises. Specifically, this is where it got funny for me. Specifically, the lawsuit claims fraudulent misrepresentation and inducement, aiding and abetting fraud, civil conspiracy to commit fraud, negligent misrepresentation, tortuous interference with a business relationship or contract, and aiding and abetting torturous interference. Do y'all even know what that means? They basically said, we tricked them in so many words. That's what why y'all couldn't just say, we tricked them? Like, accuse them for tricking you. They had to say that many times. That's what bothered me. But y'all know what it means. All right, Hathcock, on behalf of myself and Velocity Automotive, Castro Walker, and Coach Napier, orchestrated and executed a fraud upon Jaden and were substantially and knowingly assisted by one another and carrying out the fraud. The lawsuit says each of their individual schemes would not have succeeded without assistance from one another. All right, so this is my problem with this, right? And everybody kind of feels sorry for the player, right? But at what point do we start holding not just the players accountable, but I mean, not just the people who are contributing to NIL. What about these players, right? This is the discrepancy in it for me. I know a lot of people are on the other side. The players, this is what they've been dealing with for forever. But nah, this is a kid that hasn't even like you're getting hype off of your high school image. You're not getting hype. This is what Coach Saban was talking about. You're not creating value for yourself based off of what you do for the university, which is providing you the platform to continue to create value for your name, image, and likeness, right? You're getting hype off of what you did in high school, and that's where we cross the line from NIL, college NIL, to pay for play. Now, if you have high school NIL and you got collectives from universities contributing to you while you're in high school, where it's legal for you to have NIL deals, that's a different thing. But you look at how the whole makeup of this thing, why are we giving these high school kids so much money to show up and possibly not even play the year that they're going to be collecting this money? Right? And then just like I was just about to say, Larry, where are your parents? Who's providing the guidance to allow these high school kids to be able to even entertain these ideas? Man, this is not creating value. And so where's the parents' mindsets? How much are we? Why are we feeling so sorry for the players when we should be feeling sorry for the universities? The universities, their power is already presumed. What they're going to do with their coaches and everything, we already know that it's been that way. But this NIL stuff, why are we allowing it to be untamed and no restraints? Why are we allowing this and then faulting the schools for doing the same thing that the kids have the opportunity to do now? You get what I'm saying? But this is nasty because there's no way I'm as an investor, right? As a person that contributes to, let's say, the NIL funding, right? There's no way I'm going to take $250,000 and go to a 17-year-old or 16-year-old's house and say, hey, if your child comes here, we're going to give you $50,000, even though if they don't like how the situation turns out on the field, they can leave next year. Or they could stop playing for us in the middle of the year and be eligible to go and transfer to another school and be eligible to play next year and receive the same amount of money, if not more. And they don't have to give me nothing back. That's what he's saying. That's what they're saying. So I'm going to get back to this article. And I see a lot of the comments, man. NCAA brought this upon themselves. JB718 says they looking at the fast money, not looking at the longevity of money. Hey, I get it. Different situations for everyone, JB. But the thing is, you start to damage your credibility when you have to deal with situations like this. Now, not saying Jaden Rashada shouldn't, but how does it hurt you? You didn't have that $14 million before you graduated high school. How is it hurting you now? You done went to a whole nother school and created another set of another reputation for yourself, or you've built upon your reputation by going to another school. Now you're back in the portal. So within your first 18 months of being a college athlete, you've dealt with 3 different universities because of money. That's not a good look, son. That's not a good look. I guarantee you, NFL GMs, coaches, staffs, front offices, they're looking at all these kids that are making these multiple moves during NIL, and that's probably hurting their value. I guarantee you, this class of 24, the class of 23, class of 24, 25, you'll see guys who really stuck throughout their commitments. They're going to be the ones that get the valuable looks when it comes to the NFL draft. These other guys that got to transfer 3-4 times, they're chasing bags, and they have egos and stuff. It's not going to happen. And I'm not saying that's what's with Jaden Rashada, but that's not going to pan out long. NFL is a long game. We all know that. NFL is strictly business. The college football scene is mixed up. They playing along the line of business and trying to keep it college football. Coach Steele just spoke on how he was recruiting and their parent had told him they like Bama, but our NIL wasn't competitive enough. I remember that. There was actual story with a former player that could have came back, but just recently entered the draft. And the thing is because of the staff, because of things that were happening towards the end of Coach Saban's era, a lot of kids were considering leaving the university because they didn't have faith in the fact that the NIL collective was going to be able to compete in the SEC. But now that this new staff is coming along and things are starting to progress and things have been solidified as far as staff, both coaching and admin side, player personnel side, our NIL collective is starting to grow. People is becoming a lot more attractive, and people are starting to contribute to it. So I would love it. I would love for people to kind of see the model that we're following, because you don't see, man, I guarantee you Courtney Morgan and Kalen DeBoer ain't talking about a bag when they go recruit a kid. Yeah, you can create value for yourself, but that's what you do when you get here. Not what you do in high school. What you do in high school is what you do to get here so you can create that NIL value on the college level. Name, image, and likeness should not be in high school. I'm going to just say that right now. It should not be in high school. If you become a part of an organization and the organization is getting paid because you're a part of it and you have a stipend or something that you get off of percentage-wise because you're part of that organization, I think that's what sets the tone to set you up for how it should be in college. But all this individuality is not good for the high school or the college game. I'm telling you right now. I am telling you right now, it's not good from a morale standpoint. From a morale standpoint, think about it. There's 70 to 80 more guys on that roster that have to deal with your NIL drama now. Jaden Rashada is coming to Georgia, not even going to be the starting quarterback, and he has this NIL lawsuit drama surrounding him. What does that do for the locker room, right? Not feeling it. And then what's crazy is get back into the story before I get carried away with it. He said, we do, what's up? I want to get down to the part where it kind of tells. All right, here it goes. At the crux of the argument are the actions of Napier Hathcock and his company, Velocity Automotive, as well as Castro Rock, convincing Rashada to issue a previously agreed upon $9.5 million NIL deal to attend Miami in favor of Florida. Rashada committed to play football at Miami in June of 2022 under the terms of that deal, but the lawsuit alleges that Florida employees and boosters never backed off in their pursuit of the talented Pittsburgh, California product. It includes allegations that Hathcock told Rashada whatever Jaden needed to come to UF, Hathcock will make it happen. It also alleges his father, Harlan Rashada, was told he could get a job in the security industry during a recruiting visit. Direct contact with the recruit during an on-campus visit by a booster is against NCAA rules. To sway Rashada's decision, Hathcock, Castro Walker offered the $13.85 million, $14 million deal with a $5.3 million, including $500,000 signing bonus to come through Hathcock's Velocity Company and the rest through Gator Guard, the NIL collective that he started. Hathcock had previously committed to donating $12.6 million to the Gator boosters, and early media reports stated that Gator Guard raised $5 million in its first 24 hours. So these guys are making money and they're able to move it. Why didn't he get paid? Why didn't you have the money up front? So to play the player side and to really give a full picture of what he's, my perspective of where Jaden and his family is coming from is, hey, I could have been anywhere. Miami, they're private university, and how they have to report what they dish out is different. Somebody talked about it a couple of weeks ago. They said Mario Cristobal got paid like $12 million or some crazy junk like that in a year. Somebody find that for me, AAA. Mario Cristobal at the University of Miami, because they don't have to report their funding and stuff just like the public university. He was one of the highest paid coaches after you look at what they do, you're like, what in the world? How? It's because of this NIL clip. There's no parameters on it. Anybody could put money in a pot and tie it to a university. You don't even have to be a part of the university. You could be from anywhere. You could be from North Dakota and be a Miami fan as a business owner and help the NIL. So to me, it's starting to cloud the college football game. And this Jaden Rashada situation is just starting to make it look, it's just going to continue to make it more obvious that we really need to listen to what Coach Saban and this committee that they put together. We need to really listen to what they have to say and see what type of parameters we can start to put on NIL before it really and truly kills the game of college football. So with that being said, let's kind of weigh in and talk about this, and then we'll get into our reality or reach segment for the second half of the show. And if you want to call back in for the second hour of the show, hey, you can do that. But right now, let's talk the Jaden Rashada story. Let's talk. Keita, let's get a banner up that says, "Is NIL killing college football?" Question mark. NIL killing CFB? Question mark. Let's get that. Let's get that up. And then as y'all get ready to prepare to have your dialogue with this take, go ahead and call in 334-625-1121. And while y'all are doing that, shout out to the 91 total in the chat. We got 52 in the chat on YouTube. We got 38 watching us on Twitter, and we got one watching us on Facebook. The one lowly one on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. It's more fun on YouTube anyway. The layout looks better. The emojis are better. Facebook is literally just a promotional platform right now. It's hard for me to even follow Facebook anymore. I get on Facebook, I get irritated. It grinds my gears, if you know what I mean. It's definitely doing some damage to college football. The Canissa said, hey, we got a phone call coming in.
Call from
Zachary from Tuscaloosa.
Mm-hmm.
to accept, press 1.
Yes, sir. Yo, Zach, what's good? It's your boy, Coach Smook. You on the line, man. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, Coach Smook.
Man. Zach, we got us a topic today. And I'm ready to hear your take on it. Go ahead and take it away, man. We ain't gonna waste no time because this is one we don't even need to prep for. Like, I ain't gotta hype you up for this one. We've been waiting to talk about this for a while. So give me your take on NIL, college football, and then we could talk about Jaden Rashada's situation a little bit more.
Okay. The NIL is running college football. And the reason why I say that, the way it was first designed to set up would have worked and help the players. But, and it's not NIL right now, it's pay for play.
Mm-hmm.
And pay for play is going to ruin college football, but the NCAA and all these big higher ups in college football, they don't care about college football. They just care about the money. You know, they just want money, you know, because money runs the world, you know. And so, and it's crazy that, and I'm going to say this, Steve Sarkisian, Kirby Smart, and a lot of these big name coaches that are paying out these big sums of money for players. I respect them as a coach, but I do not respect their decision to pay, you know, $500,000 for a kid to come play for their university. You know,
it's crazy that we even get to that, Zach, because these kids they don't have to stay around for 3 years before they can make a move now. These kids can literally sign to play for your school, graduate early, show up in the spring, enroll, you know, show up in this early spring, January, spring semester, December, you know, whenever it is. They can enroll, stay there for a spring, collect NIL collective, whatever they do during spring, whatever, and then they can leave and go and do the same thing somewhere else for the fall, not get what they want that fall, say, hey, I don't want to play here no more. I plan on entering my name in the portal. And the media, we hype it up, right? We hype it up. Once they announce, we hype it up. And then they sit there and they have all this attention around them. And the only thing they're banking off of is what they did in high school, not what they did against other top athletes from every state, all the top athletes. I don't care what you say. High school ball, highest classification, won't ever compare to the college football game. So
it will not.
That's why recruiting and evaluation is so important, because it's not about what they did in high school. It's how can we develop that to translate that to the college game to provide success for not only the player, but for our team.
Right.
And that's what NIL is clouding. We're not seeing that. We're not seeing the fact that it's not focused on development anymore. We're literally capping these kids with throwing this money in front of them.
Right. And Nick still, and that's why so many players left when Nick was the head coach, because he tried to keep it about development, and players were just chasing a bag.
Right.
You know.
Man, I wish you could see. I don't know if you're watching the channel, but we got some good comments coming through. Marquita, go up like 3 comments before. I'm gonna read a few of these off. It's a few of them that was kind of high. Just roll up a little bit and give me some. JB718 says NIL should become a program that helps kids in their financial literacy. If that was a program to some sort, then we would all have a different look at all of us. 100%. Start that comment, because JB, if you're able to call in, I would love to discuss that. Start that one, Keita. I like that one. Give me another one. Bama cannot compete in NIL yet. There are no billionaires in Alabama. Texas, Florida have many former Alabama players who got their pro bag, need to step up and support. Yeah, Alabama. Bama Beauty. This is something I'm going to break down for you. All right, so the state of Alabama, when it comes to college football, we can compete. When it comes to, look at how much revenue Alabama has brought in over the 3-year span, the last 3 years under Coach Saban. Top 3% of all collectives when you're talking about college sports, not just football, but college sports. Alabama, the revenue. Alabama is an international brand. So what we don't have from in-state to go into the collective, the businesses that have been birthed out of the state of Alabama, meaning alumni that's graduated. You got multiple alumnus that own multi-million-dollar businesses or contribute to multi-million-dollar businesses that currently really kind of, I won't say shape the economy, but impact the economy, right? But then you look at the ties that we have outside of what the state of Alabama has. Coach Saban, Mercedes, come on now. I mean, that's an international brand. So I kind of disagree, Bama Beauty, but I do get where you're saying about Texas and Florida. Texas is so rich. It ain't just oil money. Texas is a huge state, and they really invest into football in general, whether it's high school, little league, college, if it's pro level, all your Texas teams are going to have the best. That's what Texas is. Texas is football. You get what I'm saying? So you're going to see a different level, but they haven't been able to produce the product of late, which is allowed, because of Alabama, has allowed us to kind of get up in that area and compete. Zach, what you think about that take? You know, Alabama not being able, like, what's your feels around that thought that some people believe that Alabama can't compete in NIL?
And I agree with you. We can. When I went to Fort Lauderdale to help my family move, there is a high school just right down the road from my cousin's house.
Mm-hmm.
$60,000 a year tuition for a high school. It was
That's
a private
crazy.
high school, but $60,000 a year for tuition. And I'm like, there's no way I would pay $60,000 a year to send my kid to a high school.
Right. That's crazy. You know? That's crazy. And like IMG Academy, all these prep schools, that's going to be the new wave of college football because of what NIL is doing. Because at those prep schools, you're basically training to be a professional athlete starting your 10th grade year. Right. You're basically like, your schedule is not a normal high school schedule. And if we're going to do that, I think prep schools is good for guys who really have a trajectory or have a desire to go that way. That's an investment. So when you start getting into that level, now you kind of start the education, like somebody said earlier in the comment. Now at those prep schools, because of how we structure our curriculum for kids that want to develop into professional athletes with secondary careers, right? That's when you start teaching these kids financial literacy. That's where I think it should start at the high school level. And then that carries over to the college level. So when you having these meetings and these recruiting visits, they know what they're getting into, what percentages mean, what where's this money coming from? Who's been contributing to this NIL? Or what are the type of people that I'm dealing with that's giving me this money? Are they going to change up my terms if I have a year where I need to get my mental together, or if I have an injury, will I get cast aside? Because that's what the business is. You get what I'm saying? You're only good for people when you're available. So
and Cam Newton even spoke on that when he was at Carolina. He got hurt. He injured his ankle or something in the beginning. They would, because he was the starting quarterback, he'd be first in line to get treatment and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as it progressed, they started not giving him the same treatment as they was in the beginning because it was a lingering injury.
Right.
So yeah, they started putting him last.
Right.
And he was their starting quarterback.
Rookie of the year, took him to the Super Bowl, like set rookie records, before him. Before CJ Stroud did it as recent, Cam Newton was the last standard. You get what I'm saying? Like, that rookie campaign was crazy. MVP. You get what I'm saying? Like, MVP caliber,
Right.
MVP Cam Newton. But I'm gonna get you off the line, Zach. I'm gonna give you one last statement, and I'm gonna get you off the line because this is a heated up topic. Like NIL, it ain't just a Jaden Rashada situation. It's NIL as a whole,
Right.
and I think we're gonna have some good conversations. You gave some hot takes today. You gave some good takes. I love that perspective you have on it, and I agree with a lot of the ways you think. Anything else you got to say before I let you off the line, Mo?
On the Jaden Rashada situation, the way he's acting like an entitled old brat.
Hey.
And that poison to not only college football, but the world in general, because we have all our youngins to be spoiled entitled brats and get handed everything without working for it. And so until we can go back and make people work for what they earn, this country will never be the same.
100%.
And it's only going to get worse. I know this. It's only going to get worse, and it's never going to get better. Well, it's going to get worse before it gets better, you know. But by the time it starts getting better, it's going to be too late. You know? Listen,
Josh Pate said it best. Shout out Josh Pate on Late Kick. Josh Pate, man, he said it best a few weeks ago. It has to get broken before somebody fixes it. At this point, It has to be broken before it gets fixed. And I don't see that happening this year, but I see some things happening this year that's going to really push it it's really going to push the envelope. And it's going to test the pockets of some of these lawmakers that's in these states that's trying to benefit from this. Because you got to think, man, these kids aren't pocketing all this $14 million. There's people in these collectives that have their own payout. You know, if this kid brings in this much for the university because he's a part of a team that does this and creates this type of revenue for us, I want my percentage back too. They're investing in a lot of these kids, and that's not the way to go. You're talking about 17, 18-year-old kids who still don't fully even know themselves. Not everybody comes out of high school as mature, and I'm not just saying these guys, but these are guys I know I was able to meet personally or see develop personally. Bryce Young, Will Anderson. You know, everybody's not coming out of high school like those kids with a mindset to really create value for themselves through the university. Some of these kids, like you said, spoiled brats. You give them an opportunity, you give them too much spotlight, you give them an inch, they want a yard. You get what I'm saying? So, Zach, I appreciate you for calling in, man. I appreciate you. You already know you're keeping the streak alive. I think we had 11, maybe 9, 10, 11, something like that. I done lost track because you've been going crazy with it. Man, anything else before I let you go?
Roll Tide to the AAA family, and good luck.
Appreciate you, Zach. Much love and roll tide, my guy.
Roll Tide. Yes,
sir. Yes, sir. Hey, y'all, appreciate y'all, man. Zach, that was a good call. That was a great call from Zach. Hey, way to pop the morning off. Listen, I'm not as hyped because this is a situation that I take to heart. I don't take light of it because there are some kids that are at some schools or some programs in high schools that if this was really really set up to help these kids, the grind would be different. It would be more infectious. It would be more like the camp scene would be a lot better. The OT7 scene would be a lot better. I see so many, not OT7, but 7-on-7 scene would be a lot better. 5-on-5 now that with the defensive and offensive linemen going at each other, like it's becoming a thing because these are new ways to create value for these kids. And I think those are headed in the right direction, but even they have perks and things set up for these kids that really just don't teach them how to create value for themselves. It's kind of just giving it to them. Shout out to Power Couple with the $4.99 super chat. I think that's the first one of the day. Is that the first one of the day? Shout out to him, man. And then we got Antonio Russell with the $5 super chat. He said Rashada's $12 million UF, $9.5 million Miami. Imagine what UGA paid. Don't think he didn't make Kirby pay. Listen, and that's the thing. I'm hearing numbers like 14. I'm here like that. That's crazy for a high school kid that went to Arizona. And you go and look at the tape, man. That wasn't You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna dog the young man, but you're not a Jaden Daniels. You're not a Joe Burrow. Like you're not close to that level. You know what I'm saying? You have a ways to go, and I'm paying you NFL money, guys who have been through the grind 6-7 years. I mean, you're talking about, this is a high school kid. What do they need to do other than focus on trying to get to the professional level? Now, is there a baseline and like a cap that we should have for college athletes? Yes, they are more than deserving of what type of value they create for themselves on and off the field because of what they do at the university once they get there. Is there a baseline? Yes, I think there's a baseline. I've seen somebody say like 700 a week. In today's world, that's not enough. Maybe like 15, 2,500, somewhere like that, depending on the cost of living in the area. Most of these kids aren't staying on campus in dorms anymore. Like that's just the way of life. But you're talking about professional development, right? That's what I think NIL needs to kind of adopt so that we can, legitimize this thing. And my father said something earlier in the chat. He said, pay for play and paying kids in college to play has always been around. It just got legalized. That's 100% true. And people, when it was illegal, people used to always be like, man, they deserve it, this, that. Now you see why it took so long for them to legitimize it, because too many factors play into it. And when you just open it, you say, hey, players can get paid for what they do at college. We don't care how they do it. Just if they can make money off their name, give it to them. It's bled into high school. Like somebody said it earlier in the chat too. You're talking about kids opting out their senior year? What's up, Freddie G? I see you. I see you in the chat. What's good? Shane B, I see y'all. Listen, it's crazy. It is crazy. Hall of Fame college football with Jason and the coach. The problem is the people that made the rules, not the players. Facts. Jason, call in, man. Jason, please call in. I would love to have you on the phone because your segment yesterday, your talk yesterday, last night, I wasn't able to jump on with you. I had some business to attend to, but I definitely got to get in and talk about it. And I would love to hear I would love for my fan base, my family, my AAA family, the supporters here to hear what you had to say. So call in, man, 334-625-1121. Let them know who calling in, and then we'll get you on, man. This is my guy Jason from Hall of Fame College Football, the channel. Y'all see it right here. And if y'all could click on his name, he was on the panel the other day with when we were on the Round the Table Sports. If he's available, I'd love to hear for y'all to hear his take, because it's a hot topic, man. It's definitely a hot topic, and not just with Jaden Rashada. We're talking about across college football. Alabama's had our little discrepancies with our NIL. The fact that I think we had the right approach. We had to kind of wait and see approach. We're gonna play it safe while everybody else is kind of diving into this and trying to take advantage of it. I think we with Coach Saban and Coach Kalen DeBoer kind of following up and echoing that Courtney Morgan, Coach Sanders, Mr. Sanders, like all of those guys, Jatavius Sanders and that staff, man, I think they've really got a good grip on how they wanted to set the tone, set the precedence for how NILs and Alabama is handled. Are you going live in 15? You know what? I'll be able to catch you. We'll get you on to talk about it, man. What's good, AAA? What's good, Kareem? How you feeling this morning, man? But listen, phone lines are open, y'all. Go ahead and call in. I want to hear some more takes. I want to get one more take before we get into our reality reach, because that is crazy, man. Millions of dollars. You know what? There was a guy I played with in high school by the name of Jermon Fortson. And if Jermon was in this era, I wonder what his feels would be around this. Like, what was his mindset be? And I know Jermon. Jermon was definitely a confident player. Had an ego. And rightfully so. Unstoppable. I mean, on whatever side of the ball, wherever you want to put him, DN, linebacker, free safety, put him at corner if you want to. Literally can play every position. Wide receiver, quarterback, running back, tight end. That boy can play every skill position on the field. Every skill. And I mean, literally went to a camp. They asked him, what position you trying to go to the next level at? Wide receiver. You sure you don't want to play tight end? Sure you don't want to play safety? Sure you don't want to play quarterback? You get what I'm saying? Like that's what, listen, I'm telling you, Okay, bro, Jason, I do that. I do that if I have time. To date, Wednesdays is always crazy. I never have like a set schedule after my morning stuff. Like after 10:30, 11 o'clock, it's up, man. So I'm definitely gonna come through and support though, man. I appreciate you for stopping through, man. Really do, really do. I just finished watching the videos on Coach Sean's channel, and now I'm here. Grand Rising AAA fam. What's good, MJ? How you feeling? How you feeling? Yeah, Coach Sean had the video we did on Coach Sean's channel with Kane Womack was definitely fire. I think we're gonna need to do something with this NIL. I think this would be a good debate creator. So hold on. Did I do my AAA shout out for all my members that's in the channel today? I probably didn't because this topic was real hot. So let me appreciate the family real quick, man. Here you go. If you haven't joined the AAA, please consider joining. And here's my message to all my AAA family and all the ones that are thinking about joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome. First of all, I just want to say thank you for joining the AAA family. By doing so, you have committed to supporting this channel monetarily, and for that, I could not thank you enough. I'm glad that you saw fit to contribute to the growth of this network, and because of that, you will have access to all the behind the scenes content that we're going to be placing on this channel, backstage access to all the vlogs, VODs. We got all types of content. You will have early access to it. Also, any event that you see come out with outside with Coach Smook or anything sponsored or partnered with Coach Smook will be preferred. And we will all make sure that we're all taken care of. This community is going to continue to grow. Don't miss out on any opportunities to network. We have other content creators. We have business owners. We got entrepreneurs. This is Coach Smook Network because we believe in networking. We want to uplift the community. So thank you for contributing to helping that mission, seeing that goal. And that's really what we're here for, right? We're here to uplift and continue to grow. So thank you for all your contributions and welcome to the family. AAA SOS. Sir, yes, sir. So again, if you haven't became a member of the channel over here on YouTube, definitely consider it, man. We want to continue to grow the community. And if you haven't joined the Discord, you're missing out. I'm telling you right now, you're missing out. Also, one more announcement before you get into this. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Make sure I got the right John up. What? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get this up for y'all. Here we go. I think I got it. Here we go. We out here. We out here, y'all. Hold on. Let me click it. Open it up. Oh, this is on fire. I hope y'all seen it already. Hold on. Did y'all see the event link for on Eventbrite for the Coach Smook tailgate? Did y'all see it? Because if you didn't RSVP, the tickets are we kind of limited on space for the place that we got approved for. Now we still have a lot of time to where's the oh, there it is. I was about to say. And I need one of my mods to get in the Discord and go ahead and bring the link over here if you don't mind. So I'm gonna share this tab real quick. You gotta go ahead and do what you gotta do to go and RSVP. Shout out to Piano Man for the $4.99 super chat. He says, "Thank Coach for all you do. Rolls High." Nah, thank me for all I do. It's y'all. Y'all doing all the work for real. I'm just talking to y'all. But Piano Man, I appreciate it, man. $4.99 super chat. Much love, big bro. Listen, make sure y'all get in here. And it's not a lot on here right now. This is just a head count one. This is just a head count one. It don't cost nothing to RSVP. It don't cost nothing to RSVP. Now, when the ticket sale go up, I'm trying to keep the cost to where we're not spending more than $25, $35 a ticket, right? We're going to have food. We're going to have a stage set up. We're going to have a parking space. So everybody that gets a ticket, that will cover your parking, your entry to the parking lot. Mind you, this is Georgia, Alabama. This is Alabama-Georgia game, right? So Tuscaloosa is going to be packed. Probably going to be the game of the week. ESPN, College Game Day, SEC Network is going to be there. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be not as close to the stadium as most would have their events. We're going to be not outside of the campus. We're going to be right as you come on university. We got 2 parking lots. One is already said they're ready to do business with us. And then another one, they're going to get back to us. They say hit them back around June, around the beginning of June. So we're trying to lock it in early. Y'all get in, go ahead. And the way you do it, you just go and reserve a spot, man. You go and reserve a spot, click on that bad boy. It'll queue up for you. You get what I'm saying? Put your information in there, right? Register all your information, and there's no cost. Once again, there's no cost to RSVP. And that's what we got going, man. We got the Eventbrite link up, which I'm excited about. And yeah, we doing a little something, y'all. We doing a little something. We trying to grow a little bit. So I'm excited about that. I think the tailgate event gonna really set it off. I really think the tailgate event gonna set it off. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Did y'all get the Eventbrite link out of the Discord too? Antoine, Quaisha, or somebody. What's up, fam? First in the building. What's good? My Russell County 431 fam in the building. Yeah. If one of my mods, I think Antoine is here, and Bino, one of y'all can get it and post it in the chat for me. That'll be awesome. The Eventbrite link, and I will pin it. Either myself or KT if she's in the chat, the regular chat. Let me see. I'm gonna pull this up over here. Y'all, we getting our staff together. Marquita's killing the on-screen production part. I'm gonna have to get an off-screen production person to handle all the extra stuff that we kind of do on the back end of things, right? And yeah, because it's coming together. It's coming together like no other. Like, it's coming together better than I thought it would. And it's so easy. Transition, Marquita shows up, it just goes so much smoother. KT, when she's able to tap in and do what we have to do for it goes so much smoother. So I appreciate them for what they do and how they support the channel. And we're looking for more people. Antoine, LaQuasia, Bino, my senior moderators, appreciate y'all. And all my moderators that's on the Discord, man. I can't remember all y'all names off rip, but it's a good group of them. And y'all come in here, the mods in here that keep the chat clean. I love it. Here goes the Eventbrite link right here. Marquita, I don't know if you could post it up. I just pinned it to the top of the chat. And yeah, we can get into this. So it seems like nobody else wants to talk about you. And we can get the phone number back up. Phone line is open again. Going to give y'all about 10 more minutes to kind of call in and talk about this NIL, because the reality to reach topics we have are pretty hot. They're pretty cool. I think I'm gonna do one from offense, one from defense, and then we'll get into it. We'll close out the show today with a pretty good discussion and words of encouragement. Something that I kind of read up on earlier this morning while I was at the gym. I was trying to leave it alone, but it really was touching my spirit. So I feel like it's something that I could get to you all today. You I'm gonna call in for reality reach. All right, Gary, I got you. So here we go. So I think we're kind of past the NIL talk. Let's go ahead and transition to reality reach. This is gonna be fun. I think this is it's a fun one. And this one is one that caught my eye because I want to do this one. This is my young boy. I'm typing them in, y'all. Give me a sec. So we're going to go on the defense side, and I want to talk about one true freshman that kind of popped on the scene and just made a name for himself off rip. Red Morgan. Shout out to JB718, one of my mods in the community, supporter since we started here, member, AAA member, family member. He says, Red Morgan, freshman All-American, reality or reach. This is a good, easy one, but also a debatable one, because some people, we saw with our lineups yesterday, some people don't think Red Morgan's going to end up starting. My niece, with the super chat, let me see what she talking about. Let me see what Sunshine said. She said, good job, Uncle Smook. I'm proud of you, Sunshine. On another note, Art and Bama should have a dog day together. Look at her. She talking about my niece has a little puppy, a little chunky pit bull mix. Her name Bam. She a good puppy too. She real hyper, real active. I think her and Art would get along good. Art just a big old baby though. Like Art think he like 20 pounds, but he really like 65, 70 pounds. And I've been feeding him twice a day. So yeah, he getting big. He putting on a little weight. But yeah. But reality reach. Red Morgan, freshman All-American. Is that a reality or is that a reach? I'm gonna give my take on it, and then we'll open the phone lines to get everybody else's take on it, right? I'm gonna do this. Red Morgan, freshman All-American, because of the scheme that we're running, this and I'm like I said, I told y'all, I'm not gonna call it 4-2-5 no more. 3-4 nickel scheme that we're running. Right. I think Red Morgan has an opportunity, especially playing close to the line of scrimmage, and his aggressive nature, how he just naturally plays the game, and what this scheme requires, and the rotational depth that we're gonna use in that safety room. I think that sets him up to have a solid year to put up some good freshman numbers. May not be as many tackles and stats like Caleb Downs did, because of the snap variation of change, the amount of snaps that he plays will definitely be adjusted, right? Compared to what Caleb Downs did. But you look at the situations that I see them possibly placing him in, and he's just a natural talent, a guy that's going to have time to pick up maybe 10, 15 pounds in the offseason. If he could pick up that weight, and you're trying to RSVP right now, Kareem, go ahead, get in there and do it, man. Get in there and do it. Hey, listen, 75 spots is going to go quick, man, once the word gets out, I'm telling you. And the more people we get that want to RSVP, once it gets full and we're not, if more people still want to come in, we'll go and search for another spot. That's why we got the ticket sales kicking off June 15th. And that way we'll stop ticket sales August 31st. So when September 28th come around, there's no hiccups. If people want to show up on the day of, the day of price will be probably a $15 surcharge more than what these reserve tickets are going to be sold for. But we got a business team. We talking about it. We doing all the analytics and everything. But yeah, y'all think Red will play enough to be a freshman All-American? I do, Jarvis. I really do. Red is slotted as the starter right now, man. Red Morgan is slotted as the starter right now. I know y'all see a lot of the big beat writer outlets that said Devontae Smith. Nah, Red Morgan is currently the starter at the Husky position right now. And rightfully so. Somebody came in here the other day. I think it was Kenneth from Twitter. He was saying like Red got stepped on. Like Caleb Downs got ran over by the running back from Naquan Wright from USF last year. And you see what type of season he had. You get what I'm saying? Malachi Moore, his freshman year, COVID year. Malachi Moore had a couple instances where he had to welcome the football moment in college football. I think Red Morgan is going to have the same type of production as Caleb Downs. Same impact. If Red start, then it's big reality. Okay. Come on, call in. Somebody call in. What's up, Nicole? Oh, what's good, sis? Devontae has been beat out for the job every year. Hey, Devontae is a good rotational spot player. I'm just telling you right now. I think he struggles in coverage a lot. But he's very physical, very adept at dissecting the run, but he struggles in coverage a lot. And I don't know what he has to do to kind of work on that. Because to me, his alignment, his technique is always there. He's not slow. He's not weak. But where's the disconnect for me? 912-710, and we got you on the line.
Gary Bama for life.
To accept, press 1.
Yo, my boy Gary, you on the line with Coach Smook, man. How you feeling this morning?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm up here making some money, so whenever I'm making money, I'm feeling real good.
I know that's doggone right. You better make your money, chase that bag, and get to it, brother. You better do it.
Yes, sir. You already know what's going on, Coach.
Man, that much, man. I got a reality reach for you, and then I'm going to let you give us one. How about that?
Okay, hold on. Okay.
All right, so the one for the chat right now, Red Morgan, freshman All-American. Reality or reach? Talk to me.
Reality, of course.
What makes you lean to that in that direction?
I just have to say from what we've seen from him so far. I mean, just from spring. I mean, from the tapes we done watched, how we done covered them from over the shows. I mean, he looked great. I mean, what more? I mean, Just like how we had high hopes for Caleb. I mean, I got that same type of feeling. So, hey,
I feel you, bro. I'm not. I don't have an argument there. I've watched the young man since his sophomore, well, 8th grade, 9th grade year, and then I think it was 8th grade when I first really got on Red. But his 10th grade year is when I really started paying attention because he had some dogs in front of him, and that staff at Central was giving him a lot of like spot play moments. From his 10th grade year, 11th grade year, he kind of solidified what they were speculating, and then his senior year, he just kind of just became one of those DBs in the state. He was very feared. People didn't really want to throw underneath onto his side because they knew he was coming. The ball is in the air. He's coming. Speed and bullet, and he's not slow. Red is probably a 4.45 guy, 4.5 guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and people always talk about his size since he was younger. And he just continues to just show you, like, it's not necessarily about the size or the dog in the fight, but not the dog in the fight, but the what's the daggone saying? It's not about the y'all know what I'm talking about. He a dog.
But I'm just honestly surprised, like he actually getting more playing time than Devontae right now. So that just speaks volumes in the room itself.
Yeah.
But
not just Devontae. You got to think. They moved Brayson Hubbard to more of a free safety role because you got Red Morgan there. And I think Brayson Hubbard's skill set and his size allows him to be more effective at the Husky. And I think because of what
Hubbard came in an athlete.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of those players where Red Morgan, when he came in and the type of what he displayed and was able to carry throughout spring, it forced a lot of guys to be able to move around. I think it allowed them to not force it. It allowed the staff to really experiment. I think the Malachi Moore free safety experiment is over, right? Because of what Red Morgan was able to do. And you want that same effectiveness from the rover position. That's why I think we see Malachi Moore go back to rover. We see Sapp go up top, play that free safety position. And you got a rotation with Morgan, Smitty. You might have Drake Kirkpatrick slide into that position maybe every now and then if it gets that deep. I mean, Husky Rover is kind of interchangeable. So I like Red Morgan there, and I like the odds of him becoming a freshman All-American. Now, Gary, let me give it to you, man. Reality to reach. Give us one.
Okay, now I'm an offensive side of the ball guy.
Go ahead.
I gotta go offense. Reality to reach. This is Richard Young breakout year.
Richard Young. Okay? This is what I want to say.
Because I feel like a lot of people sleep, but after seeing what he did in that spring game, he finna knock some heads off this season.
Breakout year.
He coming for him.
Breakout year in what aspect? We talking about touchdowns. We talking about rushing yards. We talking about
rushing yards.
Rushing yards. Give me a number.
On his carries, he gonna exploit his carries the most.
What? Give me a number. Give me at least a yard per carry average. Richard Young will average how many yards per carry? What number you putting it at?
I give it a good 7-8.
7 yards per carry?
No, I say 8.
8 yards per carry. Ooh, hey, reality or reach? Reality or reach?
That's a dog.
Yes.
We talking about a dog right now.
Reality or reach, chat. Richard Young will average 8 yards per carry. Now, I'm gonna say this. Because of where Richard Young falls, and this is my take on it. And you already think it's a reality. I can hear it. This is my take on it. Because of where he falls on the depth chart as basically your number 3, but he's your number 2 back. Because with Jam and Justice, that's 1A, right? You kind of going you're going to see those 20, 35 carries split between those two. Whoever's get hot early, that's what it's going to be, right? They're going to spell each other. But then your change of pace back, Richard Young, I can see that. Averaging 8 yards a carry. You want me to tell you why? Because we saw it from Justice Haynes almost last year. We saw it from Jam Miller last year. Like in a scheme that didn't really favor, like the play calling side didn't favor the run game when it should have. That was what our strong suit was. And then adding Jalen Miro to the mix with the run game being implemented. You got to think, Richard Young coming in, that's change of speed. He's coming in after you done had to deal with Jam and Justice. So that
was my whole point.
Yeah.
Now after Jam and Justice beat you down the whole game, now you got to see Richard Young get his take. Oh my goodness.
And I see a lot of reaches in the chat. Marquita, get out of reaches across. I want all these reaches on the screen because I don't think y'all looking at it from that standpoint. Y'all probably looking at it for how many carries he's going to get. But look at Justice Haynes.
About the yards per carry by third quarter, fourth quarter when he getting his touches.
Yes.
Oh my, defense already tied. Now we got to see this. Oh my goodness.
Davin said Justice averaged 6.7 yards. Nah, he said nah. Listen, Justice averaged 6.7 yards with 6 carries in the game one time. Imagine if you allow him.
You also have to think about he had basically seniors in front of him, Rodell and
But not even that.
You know, they was gonna get their touches regardless.
Not even that, man. Not even that. The fact when he got in the game, you never seen him lose yardage with a carry. So if you ride that momentum, you give a guy like Justice Haynes 7, 8 opportunities, carries in the third quarter after you've dealt with Justice and Jam for the first half. I can see that. I can, and you know what? I'm gonna say reach because of the number. I can see more of a 7.1, 6.8 to 7.1 average. And to me, that's enough. That's a game changer. That's a game changer. When somebody can come in and get 8 carries, 6 yards a carry, that means, shoot, one of those 8 carries might bust for 25, 30. Richard Young has pull away speed. In the third quarter, fourth quarter, you hand one off to Richard on the inside zone look, and he creased one against a one high look because our run game is really bound to you. You're not catching Richard Young. So I would say reach for the 8 yards per carry, but the number I would target would be like 6.9, 7.3, somewhere in between there.
Yeah, somewhere. Okay, that's more analytic wise. You know, that's more correct. But I got faith in my boys this year, man.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever reality reach, no matter what it is, it's gonna be a reality in my book.
Right. And I think I would say this is a reality. I'll flip the question to kind of make it more of a reality. Will Richard Young average the most yards per carry this year? Yes, I do. And he won't have 70, 80 touches this year. He might peak out at 40, 45, but it's going to be 45 touches for, let's say, 330 yards, 400 yards, because he's going to be close. He's going to have a few that break for 25, 30. He might have a few that be 6 or 7. I guarantee you Richard Young is going to average 6 to 7 yards per carry. 6 to 7 yards per carry easily. There's no if Jam Miller and Justice coming out and they popping 5 to 7 a carry, they're averaging 5 to 7. There's no reason why Richard Young doesn't come in and continue, because people are forgetting this is a young man that was one of the top 3 backs in his class, in the same class as Justice Haynes.
You get what I'm saying? Man.
Come on now.
Man.
They tripping. They tripping.
Don't get me started. I've been watching him since he came out of Florida, man. That boy is like he like a bigger Josh Jacobs to me.
Mm-hmm. And faster, but he's not faster than Josh. He's just as fast. His change of speed is different too. I don't think people are giving him enough credit. And rightfully so. He hasn't been used. He hasn't been utilized. But that spring game, some of the practices I seen definitely convinced me. I was glad to see that he stayed because Colorado was really in his ear. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. Colorado was at my boy, and yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see where he comes to. But
I got one more for you, Coach.
Go ahead.
One more for you before I get out. Reality read.
Mm-hmm.
Reality read. Justin Bachway and Ron Williams get a little play time at kick return and punt return this year.
Oh,
I feel like Ron Williams is a good open field, like got great ball carrying vision right there.
You know what?
Give him that open space in the field,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna dissect it and run all around it.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm pro Ryan Williams so much. I'm so pro Ryan Williams, but I think people's expectations of what he's going to be allowed to do this year, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Is way too high when it comes to the wide receiver, like playing on the wide receiver. I think he would carve his way into a nice spot play role on the offensive side. But I think if they do it, if they go with young guys, which I believe this staff will, I think this staff will go freshman, redshirt freshman heavy on all special teams, on all of them across the board. I think that's where they're going to earn their money. That's where they're going to earn their time on in and get implemented into the scheme, more rotational roles as young guys. but I think they're going to have to make their money on special teams. And if that's the case, your take is a reality. If that's the case, and I'm only going to say that because there's nobody else that's coming in that I would like to that even displays. Yeah, you see guys with some kick return, punt return clips on some of these DBs, the receivers. You see some, but none of them are Ryan Williams. And we all know what Jalen Mbakwe could do as an athlete. So the fact that he's on the defensive side, you usually want a DB with good ball skills and speed to be your punt returner. I mean, it just falls in line. So I think that's a reality.
And I just hope, I mean, Kool-Aid my boy, but I just hope Jalen ain't another one of him back there.
Negative. He, you know what? The thing is, Kool-Aid played some wide receiver in high school, but Kool-Aid wasn't a wide receiver. He was an athlete. You know, you see him on the court. He was a dog on the court, but he doesn't have like back cut vision. Kool-Aid was never shifty. He wasn't a burner. I mean, he ran a 4.47, I think, at the pro day on a broke foot, but that was after a month of training. Like literally, he got in the lab with a specialist and developed what that burst that he created. So in a college game, you didn't see that type of burst from Kool-Aid, right? You saw more just an innate ability to find space, kind of create space with the ball in his hands. But Mbakwe, this kid's a burner. Mbakwe might be top 5 fastest on the team.
Ran a 4.3.
4.34 is what I heard. Oh, 4.34 is what I heard. And when I watch him in practice, when I watch how he covers ground on the field during the spring game, I'm not doubting it at all. I'm not doubting it at all. So I think that's a reality with what you said with Mbakwe and Ryan Williams. I think Ryan Williams will be able to create some buzz around himself more so on the special teams than in the offense. Now, because I'm so pro Ryan Williams, I think the way he displays be able to spot display his abilities this year is what's going to set him up to have that first year starter season as a sophomore, where he just kind of explodes on the scene, kind of like Julio Jones did his sophomore year. Kind of just solidify what everybody was assuming anyways. But with that being said, man, what you got to say to the people before I let you go?
Man, Triple A. I see you guys at the tailgate, me and my pop. Oh, that's what I forgot to ask. Triple A, can y'all please take it easy on my pop. You're a Georgia fan, not hard. So, I know y'all gonna talk that smack, so y'all get ready because he gonna talk it back.
Yeah.
But other than that, hey man, roll tide. Love y'all, Triple A. Keep doing what you're doing, Smook. We love your movement. What you doing?
Yes, sir.
Keep being who you are.
Uh-huh.
Hey, we always gonna be here, Triple A.
For sure, bro. I appreciate you, my boy. I really do, man. I really appreciate you, Gary. And roll tide, my boy.
Roll tide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Much love to my guy, Gary Bama for life, man. Listen, I don't know if y'all heard him clearly, but he said, y'all, please take it easy on his pops. His pops gonna be at the tailgate, right? Uh-oh. Oh my God, what's up with some of these coaches, man? They spilling all the beans. The James Franklin report just came out about him interfering with medical decisions with some of his players and their playing time. Caleb, I see your reality reach in the chat. I need you to put that in Discord, man. Need you get that in the Discord. That'll be a good one for the Discord. We want to follow suit here. We got some people that went and put it in the Discord, and that's what we're trying to run with today. You know, no disrespect, my boy. You know I love you, but come on now. You a mod too. You a mod too. And listen, Gary, I'm sorry. Your daddy gonna catch hell. I'm gonna just say it straight up. He gonna catch hell because when that hour before kickoff is when I separate all friendships. Right? I got some friends that's Auburn fans. I got some family members that are Auburn fans. An hour before what? Shoot, I ain't gonna lie. Auburn Hate Week is a family thing. Ask my mama. She got a sister. They don't talk. What, mama, you in here? Tell them you and Auntie Bonetta don't talk the week of the Auburn Alabama game. Iron Bowl week. My mom and her sister don't talk. Don't nobody talk to my auntie. It's like I think we got like 3 or 4 Auburn fans on both, like in the family as a whole. Like they vocal. The rest of them kind of quiet. And then we got those family members that they say they don't pick a side. We got diehard Auburn fan in the chat again, y'all. What's good, man? We just started talking about that trash squad. It's funny you showed up. Soon as you call the trash, man, that's when the trash starts showing up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got an aunt in law that's an Auburn fan. Hey, we gonna have to jump her too. We gonna jump her. We jumping all Auburn fans this week. We jumping. This year we jumping. Your dad a Georgia fan, yeah, but I'm saying like Georgia fans, Georgia and Auburn fans, like before the game, I cut off all ties. We ain't got no. There's no relationship. I hate you. I hate you. For the next 3.5, 4 hours, I hate you. I hate you. And you know what? I will say this: the Georgia fan base knows how to tailgate. They know how to tailgate, and I ain't talking about no crazy off the wall. They got some. You know, you got every fan base got this crazy group of people. But the Georgia fans, they really come in numbers, and they have some good setups, man. A lot of their stuff is real attractive. I mean, it's entertaining to talk to them, and they interact good. A lot of them, they talk football. Like the ones at the game, they actually talk football. You know, even when the liquor get involved, it's fun, man. Yeah, the UGA fan definitely catch Smook. Facts. For them couple of hours, y'all gonna catch him. Hey, and diehard Auburn fan, before we get to talking trash about how trash your team is, man, our prayers are up for the running back. I don't know what the updated status is on Brian Battie, or is it Battier? I was watching the Auburn-Alabama game from last year, and I saw he was on a kick return, number 21. Didn't do anything special in that game, you know. And I want you to remember this too. As we you know, our thoughts and prayers are with him. I want you to remember this, diehard Bama fan. Alabama had 14 points taken off the board in that game. Like, why you happy about losing by 4? You really should have lost by 21, right? 18. You get what I'm saying? But I saw your reality to reach. If you join the Discord, I'll answer your reality to reach. But you know what the answer, you know what the reality is. Hell to the no. Y'all dead in the water this year. Oh boy, Dahad, I hope you show up that week. We got a while before November, right? I just hope you show up to this chat that week. As a matter of fact, it would be cool if you called in, because then you could get your reality reach on the show. We got 512 on the line. Y'all know who it is.
Jay Townsend.
To accept, press 1.
Uncle Jay got all his background noise. Hold on. Uncle Jay, you on the line with Coach Smook. What's going on, man?
What's going on, nephew? I was in the doctor's office, so I couldn't call you until now. I had to take my daughter to the doctor this morning. Yeah, I heard you on there this morning about NIL. Mm-hmm. This is my take.
Go ahead.
I think it's bad for college football, just like Coach Saban has said. Okay, that situation with that kid in Florida, that came out long before he even got out of high school. His dad was bragging about his $13 million arm while he was still in high school. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That was before he ever left high school. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, now they got these kids to where they don't have any aspiration about really developing. They going based on what people perceive they will be in the future, so they feel like their stock is worth whatever, and they going out there like they're pros. You know what I'm saying? And these parents are to blame. Mm-hmm. If you ask me, the parents. It starts with the parents. The parents are greedy, and some of them may be in a financial situation, but at the same time, you know, it's a discredit to those kids. You know what I'm saying? Because some of those kids, they get those offers, and then they get to college and they don't perform, and those boosters, you know, they want them on the field. And if they get there and somebody beat them out after they done paid them that money, man, that's a big problem. That's why some of these guys are backing out on these deals, you know what I'm saying, before they even, you know, issue the first check, because, you know, they basically going on what they think this kid is going to be like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's my take on it. I think it's really bad because this paper play now. It's not, name engine. Now this person was gonna run the light while it's red. Now it's green, and they're gonna sit there. But anyway,
Oh no, we having road rage on the phone. Huh?
No, I ain't having road rage. But what I'm talking about, you know how some people are. This guy, like he was in such a big hurry, he almost ran the light while it was red.
And then the light turned green, and you want to take your time.
No, he's sitting there. I don't know what and what makes so bad. He's not even looking at a phone. He's just sitting there.
Put me on speakerphone. Pay attention to the road. That's why I be yelling. I be letting the window down. Pay attention to the road. I be.
He's going through something this morning. But anyway, man, that's my feeling about it, man. I hate that this thing ever came about. It is one of the big reasons that Coach Saban left.
Mm-hmm.
There was a story going on about one of the kids asking Coach Saban, for money before he, the championship game was even over. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's crazy.
That's what Coach Saban was talking about. These kids now, they more worried about money. Here he is sitting at a four-way stop, and he's just sitting there.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. Now this guy's gonna cause an accident.
Y'all, this is live and in this ain't pre-recorded, y'all. This is live.
I don't mean to be going through this while I'm on live. Man.
You good. This is the authenticity.
It's humorous. It's humorous, man. This guy, he's got something going on in his mind this morning, man. He came to a four-way stop.
I'm gonna need you to get from behind him, Uncle Jay. I'm telling
you, I'm gonna go around him in this residential area if he does this again.
Hold on, Uncle Jay. I gotta answer a question.
Yeah.
Emmanuel 2Gs just asked me if I'm still with Kyle. Emmanuel 2Gs, I'm starting to believe you ain't no real supporter if you asking me that, brother. I'm starting to believe you.
I know he's not. I know he's not.
I shouldn't even ask that while you on the phone. I should have let you get in chat with them. But
I know he's not.
Let's let him go. Let him go. Reality Reach. I want you to answer your Reality Reach while you're on the phone, Uncle Jay. Justice Haynes or Jam Miller will be selected to all SEC offensive team. What's your take on it, Uncle Jay? You asked it in Discord, and I was gonna hit that one today anyways. What's your feels around that?
Well, I think one of those guys are going to be on the first team. I don't know which one, but one of them will because they're going to be sharing the ball. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think, and they both have potential to be first team. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They both have potential to be first team. I mean, I can see one of those. I'm gonna say one of those running backs will be first team this year. That's my belief.
You know what I believe, Uncle Jay? I agree with you. There's a reality in that. I think Justice Haynes will probably be first team because the amount of carries, the load, the average, and everything. I think he will be our 1,000-yard back. But I think Jam Miller's impact and his averages and his yards, total all-purpose yards, will allow him to be possibly, if not second team, all SEC. He might get a third team look. The last time we've had two running backs make all SEC teams, right? All SEC offensive teams was Mark Ingram, Trent Richardson. I don't know if y'all remember that, but Mark Ingram was first team all SEC the year he won, and his backup, Trent Richardson, made third team. I want y'all to go fact check me, but I do believe that was the last tandem of running backs in the SEC, not even in the SEC, the last Alabama, because we've seen Georgia, they've done it a couple times where they had a back that made all SEC team, second team, and then their second guy make third team or first team and third team. Like we've seen it happen before. So I would not be surprised, especially the way the offensive play calling will be. I would not be surprised to see guys like Jam Miller and Justice Haynes both make either first, second, or third team, both of them to make one of each.
And that's my feeling. Like one of them will make first, and the other one to make a second or a third team. But I think both of them have potential to make first team. You know what I'm saying? I really do, especially with the way they perform. When you look at their stats last year versus what they got for offensive line this year. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
This year, I really and truly believe that our offensive line will be better starting the season than it was last year.
Right. That's what's up, Uncle Jay. Anything you want to say to the people before I let you off the line, man?
Roll Tide. And what I always say, I don't give a damn about nothing but Bama.
Yeah, listen, I love that, man. I love how you look. And you know what's crazy? And a lot of people don't know this, but Uncle Jay, you've been saying that since I've known you. The first conversation we had, and we was getting hyped talking Bama football. You was explaining like you really a basketball guy, but you really been on this football thing since you started watching the fellas and myself. Like you always have said, man, I don't give a damn about nothing but Bama. And that thing, that's us. That's us. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get that, Marquita. You've been taking notes. Go ahead, write it down. We don't give a damn about nothing but Bama. Yes, she got her notepad. Look, listen, we gonna get them shirts made, Uncle Jay. I promise you, we gonna get them shirts made. That's next up on the list. We gonna and y'all, if y'all really trying to support, man, once we get to 150 members on the team, I can launch the shop. I can launch the merch shop. So keep spreading the word. 150 members is all it requires. I think we're at 104 right now. 150 is all it requires, and that's not hard to get to. That's not hard to attain. So hopefully we can hit that mug before the second month. If we can get that before the second month, we get some merch going on. I think that'll be a huge thing to assist the channel in its growth, continue to fund it so that when we do our events, we're not looking for y'all to come out of pocket anymore when it's time for the event comes. Some of these things could be literally channel sponsored, sponsors coming in, partners coming in and supporting and doing everything to cover the cost for everything. So yeah, I appreciate you, Uncle Jay.
Well, you see me, I might be a dinosaur, but I do share the link, you know, on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. I haven't really got that many people on my list on Snapchat, but I'm working on it.
For sure. Hey, and you know, Snapchat kind of weird. I don't really be sharing my content on Snapchat. That's why I go to act up. That's why I go act up a little bit. So when y'all come visit and we doing outside with Coach Smook, June 22nd, we're gonna be in Birmingham. We don't know what our plans is for that day, but we
definitely fill me in on that because I plan on being there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing my best to get there, and I'm looking forward to meeting everybody.
For sure. And you know what? We've slick made it about being there for Uncle Jay, honestly. And I think everybody is on board for that. You know, you're very respected member. You the president of the AAA. Should have been the president of this group. You know, this family. You know, that was formerly the undefeated. You the one brought it all together for real. And so definitely coming over to the Coach Smook Network, being a primary supporter, one of the lead supporters on this channel. I definitely had to get Uncle Jay, Auntie Janet, Cindy, a lot of the long timers, Antoine, y'all had to play a part in continuing to build this community. And you being, you know, one of the most respected members, I think everybody's happy to hear your voice when you're on the phone. You, Zach, everybody, you know what I'm saying, that calls in. Everybody knows Uncle Jay, though. Everybody knows Uncle Jay. So, Uncle, I'm glad you called in again today and appreciate your perspective, man. And you enjoy the rest of your day, all right?
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. I love it, man. I love it. Listen, so I got some comments I want to acknowledge before I get to the next phone call, man. Y'all can call in about 2 minutes. Next phone call in about 2 minutes. All right, let me go back. I highlighted a few. Let me get to them. Hold on. Let me see. Oh man, here we go. Jordan Wright. I think this might be my comment of the day. I do remember this moment very, very clearly. All right. Y'all remember the bad snap by Seth McLaughlin. We got backed up. It's 4th and 31. Last play of the game, last play of the offensive series against Auburn. I think it was like 57 seconds on the clock or some junk like that. But I do remember that pass, I just watched it yesterday. When Jalen Milroe threw that spiral pass to Travis Hunter in the corner, that was crazy. I hope y'all remember when Travis Hunter caught that pass in the corner of the end zone. Y'all remember that? Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, Jordan, you a fool for that one. And then Davin. I love you, my boy. But nah, not over here. Not a not a chance. Not a chance. You need Uncle Jay. Listen, so I found out how to do the emojis now. I found out how to do the face emojis. So if you want your own emoji on the channel, you have to be a VIP member. You have to be as a matter of fact, we'll do single A. We'll do single A. We'll do single A members. Triple A members, you know, that's the baseline. If you want your own emoji, come to the single A. That's kind of like right before VIP. VIP, you get the custom shirt. VIP, you get the custom shirt. You get sent the custom Coach Smook network shirt that we have designed. Oh, that was the announcement. So we have the design. I can't reveal it yet though. So maybe I should have waited. Well, we have the Coach Smook network t-shirts. And they're not just with my face on it, right? These are going to be Coach Smook network. We're going to have some of what incorporates this channel, what we're about: college football, Alabama football, sports talk, entertainment, music, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff is going to be incorporated into the design. But the VIPs, you get your name on the back of the shirt. Get your name on the back of the shirt. And this is something that when you go to purchase your shirt, you have to purchase it because of the size. You get what I'm saying? As a VIP, you have to purchase it, but you're only paying $15 instead of the regular $35 price. I mean, the $30 price. You're only paying $15, you're only paying half for the shirt as a VIP member. So remember that. So single A level is where you get your own emoji. So I think we have 3 or 4 single A members. And we'll have the emojis. As a matter of fact, I might go ahead and do them today. I should have time after the show today. But phone lines are open. I saw we missed a call from the 334 number. 334 number, call in. 334 number, call back in. Where do we donate and how do I get a shirt? So shirt link, merch shop, the shirts for the merch. We don't have the link yet. We got to get 150 team members, AAA members, and then we'll be able to open our merch store, right? And we only have to hit that number once. So our goal is not just to hit that number, but to surpass it. So those months where people can't, continue to support, we're not falling off, and we can continue to do our giveaways and everything. So we got another number calling in. I think that's Zach calling back in. Zach, hold on for 2 seconds. Do not hang up. I got you on, bro. Got you on. I'm just giving a few announcements. Then we're gonna get you in here, and we're gonna let you do a reality of reach. So here we go. We say I'm locked in for the tailgate. All right, Corey. Look. That tailgate gonna be crazy. So don't forget, this is just the RSVP. This doesn't mean that you have access. This is giving us an accurate count of things that we need. We're gonna have caterers out there. So when we go and do these quotes for things, it's because we're quoting it, and we're giving space to where if we get more than 75 RSVP, which I think is going to happen, now that we're on the live and we're announcing that the link is available, I think we're going to see it. Zach, sing a song, bro. Yeah, we definitely got to get Zach to sing a song because I sure messed that up. Yeah, I better not let me mess this show up. But RSVP on the link, and then there will be an actual ticket sales link put out for the same event. So you can purchase tickets because we might have perks. You might have t-shirt package. You might have just general admission for because we're going to have the outside, the tailgate shirts. The tailgate shirts are going to be different from the network shirts. But you will also be able to purchase network shirts. So showing up with all the Coach Smook network gear, representing Bama because we're going to be incorporated with the Bama colors, the color scheme and everything. So you don't have to bring a jersey and all that lucky stuff. We might mess around, get good enough. We might put numbers on the back of our shirts, right? Wouldn't that be fire? If everybody had their number on the back of the shirt, that'd be fire with your handle at who you are in the YouTube chat. What? And Pop, Zach hasn't been saying, he's slick been rapping. Zach been being multi-faceted. You know what I'm saying? He was rapping the other day with the snaky leg and stuff. But we're going to get Zach back on the line. Zach, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Coach Smook.
All right, everybody can hear you too, man. So listen, Zach, first of all, first order of business, before do not get off this phone again without giving us a selection, first of all. But
hey,
go ahead.
That's your fault, not mine. Your fault.
Okay.
You rushed me off the phone the last 2 mornings.
No. You want to know why? And it ain't my fault. Let's blame KT. She the boss, really. I'm just here.
Right.
So
okay, I'll blame KT.
Bet. All right, we on the same page now. So KT, if you're in the chat, if you can hear me, you know it's your fault because you told me to stay within my time limit, and that's what I've been doing. But Zach, Reality reach. I know you got one for us. Talk to me.
Reality or reach. Alabama's offense will be top 3 in college football this year.
Top 3?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. All right. This is what I'm gonna say, y'all. First, let me get your take, Zach, before I go on my little rant. Let me get your take. Reality or reach. You think Alabama's offense will be top 3?
Reality. The style of offense that we run has gives us the opportunity to be up there in top 3 in all offensive categories. Really, running, passing, receiving yards, yards after catch, touchdowns. And I mean, really, if you look at it, Jalen finished 5th in the Heisman votes last year.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go by that, he would be the favorite going into this season in Heisman votes.
Right.
And I think if Jalen does what we know he's capable of, if he reaches his ceiling and even surpasses his ceiling this year, then he will be the Heisman Trophy winner this year.
Right. So here's my response. I think it's a reality. There's a lot of things that college football has been trending towards, and this style of offense that Kalen DeBoer runs with, he was able to produce a top 10 offense at Washington last year. And they played some games where they played close, but they didn't play. There are a lot of games that they played and that were close weren't because their offense was struggling. It's because they had mismatches that were being exploited on that Washington defense, which ended up getting better closer to the end of the season, the more that the season went along. But what kept this offense so efficient is because they could play at different paces and tempos and still get the same type of production with their play calling style. And you give Kalen DeBoer the opportunity to come into the SEC, where I believe this year is a down year for the league. You look at the amount of talent across the league, and it's all young. It's a lot of young teams out there. There are a lot of young teams. Tennessee and Missouri are probably the most experienced teams we're going to see in the SEC this year, right? You got Georgia. They have an experienced quarterback, but they got a lot of inexperienced talent around that quarterback. That's going to take time to develop, right? You can look at their defense, though. Their defense has a lot of inexperience. They lost a lot of guys. They lost a lot of guys last year, like they always do. Top defenses in the SEC that we may see. I think LSU's defense might be a little bit better, but they have a lot that they got to replace. And you saw what Jalen Milroe did to them last year with some of the guys, the pieces that they had to fit last year. And he was still green to me. He wasn't at his top notch, and he still had a crazy performance of a game, right? So because of that, and then look at how our schedule is set up. You're talking about opening up with Western Kentucky. I think West Kentucky's offense will probably give us a few looks and a few fits early on, but I don't think their defense will be able to slow down Jalen Milroe in this offense. USF playing at home against USF. I believe this game is the one where Jalen really sets the tone for the rest of the season, and he's sitting at the beginning of the third quarter because of the type of numbers he's going to put up. Then you got Wisconsin. Then you got Georgia, another coming out game for Jalen, kind of to solidify what I believe that Georgia's not on the level of Alabama this year. This is their down year. This is the year where Carson Beck just kind of gets through it with their 3 losses and keeps his draft stock up by performing and developing younger guys for the next class to come ahead. Then you follow the rest of the season. You got Missouri. You got Tennessee. You got Missouri. I forget who's in between us and the Tennessee, Georgia and the Tennessee game.
Vandy and South Carolina.
Vandy, South Carolina. You got all those games where these defenses aren't set up to compete or to match well with the Kalen DeBoer's offensive play calling style. So because of that, and this is not a weak schedule, it's just one schedule that's kind of balanced to where a guy like Jalen Milroe should be able to understand the speed of the game. He's got the experience now. He's got the games under his belt. I think it's set up for him to have a Jaden Daniels type year, and the schedule doesn't set up as bad as Jaden Daniels did. He's not starting off with a Florida State. You know what I'm saying? He's a talented Florida State team. He has a chance to put up 500 total yards of offense by himself before Ty Simpson gets in. So because of that, I think it's a reality.
Right. And going back to reiterate what I'm preaching, Auburn runs Hugh Freeze, Auburn's quarterback, runs a similar type style of offense and that gave us fits last year.
Mm-hmm.
So if it gives us fits in the schemes that in the 3-4 and nickel schemes that we run, just think about how what kind of trouble it's going to give Georgia, Tennessee, South Carolina, Vandy,
right.
LSU, you know, all of them teams, because we have more proven talent than Auburn.
Listen, you make a great point, because Peyton Thorne gave Georgia fits last season. That Auburn run game gave everybody fits. Hugh Freeze is a grand schemer. See, a lot of people look at Hugh Freeze's scheme and they don't realize that he really builds his game. Same thing with Coach Kiffin. They spread you out, but they build their momentum off of the run game, scheming in the run game. So the difference with those guys and Kalen DeBoer wants his quarterback to throw the ball across. He wants to eat up space. He wants to let the ball travels in any play faster than any player on the field. When you talk about cover space, the ball is going to travel faster than any player on the field. So the quicker you can get this ball in travel to a destination, which is a player's hands, an athlete's hands that can do some things with it and create space and get open and get jiggy and break away from players in one-on-ones, like the better. So Kalen DeBoer understands that, which is why he pre-snap movement, pre-snap adjustments, shifts, the overload concepts in the pass game, the meshes, the crossers, they are going to be so prevalent. The jet sweep game, getting the ball into the hands of the athletes is so important to them, and you're going to see a higher rate of productivity because of that. You get what I'm saying? So because of that, I agree with you. Top 3, definitely, if not number 1. I believe this is a year where Georgia was number 2 overall, not just in the SEC last year. I had to go back and fact check. Georgia was the number 2 ranked offense in the nation at one point. I think through week 7, they were the number 2 ranked offense, averaging 128 yards a game on the ground, averaging 317 yards in the air. You get what I'm saying? Like, they was the number 1 offense through the first 7 weeks of last season. So I think this is going to be a year where Kalen DeBoer kind of, like you said, this style of play is going to catch a lot of the league off guard, and a lot of things we're going to see in 2 years. Defenses are going to change it up. They're going to rely on having smaller guys on the field and want to cover space. Zach.
Yes.
You know what time it is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Everybody, please stand to your feet and get ready for the song selection from the Zach Wilges.
All right, I got to do this one. This is for my brother in heaven. Whew. Okay, take a deep breath. It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
When I see you again. Oh, my bad, Zach. Boy, you took me in, boy. I had my eyes closed and everything. Boy, I was about to cry. Anybody else out there about to cry? Anybody else about to cry? Zach, what made you go there? You said for your brother in heaven?
Yeah.
What's your brother's name, man?
Cole Wilgus.
Cole Wilges?
Yes.
Man.
Me and him were advocates Fast and Furious fans,
Ah,
and that song was a tribute to
Paul Walker.
Walker.
Yeah.
And so every movie, me and my brother went to the theater and watched it the night it came out.
Man.
Every single movie. And the only movie I have not watched is the very last one.
Yeah.
And because I went and watched the 9th one, and it just tore me apart. My brother wasn't there.
I already know.
And that was our tradition, you know.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. So
appreciate you. Look, appreciate you for sharing that with us, because that might be something we need to do. Like, we might pregame, we might need to watch the last Fast and the Furious with Zach as a AAA family. We might be able to pull that. We might be able to pull that. We put it up on the projector screen. That'd be like the movie playing as people walk by. You know, that could be something we could do just with our boy Zach, man. That'd be something. Marquita. Get a note, girl. Get a note. Take that note down. We gonna get Fast and Furious uploaded. We gonna download it. Y'all gotta see. I wish y'all could see Marquita in the back room, y'all. When I tell her to get it up, she done grab the pen. She be shaking her pen. Like she got this notepad, this college ruled notepad. But Zach, man, much love to you, man, and rest in peace to your brother, man. I know he's in heaven, down, you know, looking down, smiling on you, seeing you come out, let your personality shine. You're affecting the whole community of people, man. You really are.
Yeah, he was my guardian angel, and that's why I have a special tattoo on my back for him. And it's just a reminder every day that he's looking down, watching out for me, and watching my back, no matter what.
100%, Zach, man. That's what it's all about, man. Knowing, even though they're not here, they're here, man. Even though they're not here, they're here. I get the same comfort from having my grandmothers, my aunt. You know, I lost my cousin, Tavares Jackson, a few years ago. Lost one of my best friends, 2022. Like, I've lost a lot of people in my life, but it seemed like in certain moments throughout the day, you know, when I'm having tough times, I find a way to kind of remember them, and their spirit kind of comforts me. You know what I'm saying? So I know exactly where you're at, man. And I can't say I've lost my brother. You know, I won't ever act like I know what that feels like. But to lose somebody close to you, man, I think it kind of all entails the same, man. And to have a community of people surrounding you that really want to, you know, be there for you and support you, man, I think that helps a lot too. So AAA fam, thank y'all for showing Zach love. Zach, thank you for sharing that moment with us. And of course, as always, man, the voice of the channel, Zach Wilgis, man, appreciate the selection today. But I'm telling you, I had to go close my eyes. I pulled out the acoustic guitar and everything. I was ding, 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 ding. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like that, but yeah, man, Zach, before I let you go, man, you got anything you want to say to the AAA fam?
Oh, yeah, just roll tide, and I'll see y'all at the Georgia tailgate.
Yes, sir. Hey, Zach, you know what, Zach? I'm gonna let you act up that day. We're gonna try to get you to act up that day. I promise you.
Oh Lord.
We're gonna.
I don't think y'all are ready for that.
Listen, Zach, I'm talking about the stanky leg, the Cupid shuffle, all of that. We doing the biker shuffle.
Lord.
What's the other one, y'all? The not the Cupid shuffle. What's the other one? What's the other one? The electric slide.
Oh. Yeah, the electric slide.
Oh yeah, we going in, Zach.
Oh, my dad's gonna be like, Zach, settle down. I'm like, they're hyping me up.
Well, you better be ready, Zach, man. I can't wait for it, man. I'll catch up with you later, buddy.
All right, man.
All right, man. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Yes. All right, man. Listen, y'all. Listen. I don't think we have time for another phone call because I don't want to get in trouble. 334. Did you try to call in again? If not, I think, okay. I think that's it for the phone call segment. We got about 5 minutes before we have to be off air. Look, I want y'all to be able to get your comments in. Listen, while we close out, last talking topic of the day, man. Last talking topic of the day. We're not talking recruiting today. We'll get on our live tonight. And I think we have two guys that are ready to go tonight. Y'all, we have where my board at? I want y'all to see how many names we got lined up. They have agreed to come on the Coach Smook Network. I want y'all to see how many names we got lined up. I want to say 13 recruits. 13 recruits, and not all of these are under the radar. You know, a lot of people have this misconception that because they not 5 stars and 4 stars, they eager to. Nah, a lot of these kids not chasing clout. You know, and I'm going to be honest, Coach Smook, when I go see guys that I haven't heard about, those are the guys I really jump in their inbox and be like, hey man, what type of exposure you getting? You know, I don't know what you're doing, what your plan is. It ain't even about Alabama football, but I think you deserve an opportunity. And if I could use my platform to help you do that, would you mind doing that? Would you mind jumping on and talking to the people? You know, let us give our thoughts on what your game look like. Y'all, I don't think y'all noticed. Y'all had a no star rated class of 2025 prospect on this channel not too long ago. He doesn't have any stars on any major recruiting sites, but when y'all turn on the film, 4-star, solid 3-star, 4-star by the end of his year, 4-star. Some people. Well, I had a coach in here. This ain't a 5-star. This guy isn't a 5-star. I mean, a coach, like an active high school coach. This guy in a 5-star was in our chat. You know, so and y'all just don't know. It's a lot of people that been watching. I was at the gym today. Yo, did I see my brother Lawrence in the chat? ATL Trip, is that you, Lawrence? Are you here, my boy? Let me find out that's Lawrence in the chat, my brother. Listen, there he go. What's up, man? Listen, my brother Lawrence with the top hat. That's a G right there, y'all. Listen, I got to go to my brother crib this past weekend. Yeah, I got back on them tools, man. He let me ride the motorcycle around in the street a little bit. Had to get a little feel for it. Had to scratch that itch. Ain't been on the tools in about 2 or 3 years. So good to get out there, get loose a little bit, get the wind in the house. I can't stand real good. Man, let me tell you, I'm playing right. I'm playing this morning. This whole wild joke doing too much. You 40, bro. We 40. We ain't supposed to be moving this. Like, bro, slow it down. Go old school. This man about 40 years old, man. I'm talking about just too much, man. Too much. I wasn't with it. Plus, I did legs today. I wasn't with it. I ain't gonna lie. I was not with it. I won't not with it. Like my uncle used to say, I won't not. Yes, I am, but I won't not. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But conversation to close the day out with, man. Listen. So there's been a lot of speculation, right? There's been a lot of speculation that Juju Lewis, Cornell Farrakhan, not Cam Coleman. What's the kid's name out of Mississippi? The wide receiver, Jesus Christ, Caleb Cunningham. There's been a lot of buzz and talk about some of these top guys, these top 2025 recruits. And I want to pull up a list, man. I got a list, but I'm not going to pull up that list that got sent to me. I'm going to pull up this list of the targets, high-end targets that Alabama is looking for. And I want y'all to check it out. I'm going to pull it up right here. And I want y'all to pay attention to something, because some of these kids, they aren't getting the national media recognition, but these kids are really dogs, man. So there's we got quarterback Juju Lewis, and shout out to Bama 247. They kind of keep us up to date. I think they update their stuff weekly. I don't think they do real time updates, but this is accurate, based off the list that I got. So you got Juju Lewis. I'm telling y'all, this says it's cool right now on Bama, but it's starting to heat up. His commitment to USC. I forget the other site that was saying Bama's starting to make his move, make his impact. It wasn't Bama 247. Somebody sent me the link. You said I was choppy. Give me a second. Hold on. Uno, dos, tres. Hopefully y'all can hear me. But yeah, so yeah. It's crazy because you got Juju Lewis, and this is what I say about these recruiting reporting sites, because Juju had came out and was saying how that Alabama offensive scheme really supports his skill set, right? That was something that he highlighted on. And I believe that's going to be a major factor in him coming to the University of Alabama. I like Jared Smith. I like this kid. He has an official set up for Alabama. I believe June like 23rd or some number like that. I'm not the guy to come to when it's talk about, you know, the officials and all that stuff. But there are 2 offensive linemen. I'm gonna go over here and click offensive linemen. There are 2 offensive linemen that I believe, and they have these 2 as the Alabama's top targets. I don't believe these are our top targets. Ty Haywood is one of them. But I believe where we're going right now with our energy, I think this young man, where is he? Did I pass him? David Sanders. I'm went right over him. I think David Sanders is the real play. Like, he's a real momentum shifter for this class when it comes to how we're recruiting in this 25 class. The fact that he's looking, all these schools are serious considerations for him. You look at the opportunity to go and start year 1 at the offensive tackle position, right? Looking at the scheme, I think you have David Sanders right there in the mix, because David Sanders pushes experienced Caden Proctor inside the guard, right? A David Sanders might get pushed inside to play next to Caden Proctor at guard. He has the size, right? 6'6", 270, right? Has the size to play guard, more tackle size, but has the size to play guard. And then his skill set matches it. There's a Zaire Addison out here. I don't think Alabama is really heavy on him right now. But Zaire, another guy, not moving him. Let me see. Here we go. Dontrell Glover is another one. Another guy. I would love to see him come and make another visit to Alabama. Make another visit to Alabama. He just recently was talking with Georgia. Georgia and Kirby have been in the recruiting game. Y'all know what they do. They dogs. They don't care about all the extra stuff. They go and show up. They gonna be flashy. They're gonna bring the bells and whistles. They gonna really show what they about. And they have a culture over there that's attractive to these prospects nowadays. And one more guy I want to talk about. So many of them. Lagonza Hayward. So the fact that a lot of talk around him has gotten quiet with Alabama, that doesn't scare me. I think this staff has an innate ability of taking advantage of the lack of buzz around. Anytime you see Courtney Morgan post link, be ready. Anytime you see Kevin Green or Jatavius Sanders post something like with the eyes or tornado or some type of emoji regarding recruiting, get ready. I'm telling y'all. And a lot of times when they post it, I go ahead and jump out there and spit it. Because a lot of times what they're posting about is what I've been looking at. I follow the signs. I have a team of guys. They really do a good job of keeping us on top of the signs. Not necessarily what is actual, but the signs that allow us to kind of get into it, get in these conversations, get in these rooms, and have those kind of conversations to see where these guys' heads are. So with that being said, y'all, today's show was fire. I really think it was fire. I don't know about y'all, but the last few shows have been crazy good. I want to thank everybody that's a part of the AAA, everybody that showed up today, dropping likes, dropping the shares. I really appreciate you all 100%, man. I don't think there's another community like this one right now in the college football atmosphere. And there's a few content creators that I'm ready to connect with, y'all. There's a few of them. I really want to try to get on with Kangaroo Black. Y'all know me. I'm very straightforward about who I like to work with. Kangaroo Black, if you're tapping in today, appreciate you, man. He came through a few shows. The schedules haven't lined up for us to be able to have a conversation. But if we can get Kangaroo Black over here to collab, get him on the screen with me so we can talk some football. I think from the fan side, I love Kangaroo Black with the football talk, but I think our fan side is what people enjoy. When I become a fan, I think that's what really people like to relate with. And then when it's time to talk football, because the closer we get to football, we'll be able to talk football. We'll be able to watch our film, breakdown film. I'm actually setting it up to where myself and KT was talking about it, because we was watching the Auburn and Alabama game yesterday from last year. And I was up in front of the screen, like breaking down what should have happened. And people was talking about Kool-Aid and Andrew dropped his draft stock. Nah, go watch the Auburn game. You'll see what dropped Kool-Aid's draft stock. And I'm glad it dropped. It gives him an opportunity to really go out there and prove himself. He needs it. He needs the boost. And he's in the league. He gets to do what he does best. Kool-Aid's a lockdown man corner. All that switch concept mess, passing stuff off. No, Kool-Aid want to lock his dude down because he been talking to him for 3 plays in a row anyways. He ready to lock his man down, let him do it. NFL gonna let him do it to a certain extent, more so than he did in college. But listen, don't forget RSVP. Use the link in the chat. We got the link. I'm gonna share the link on my Twitter. I'm gonna share it on my Facebook. I'm gonna share the link, right? RSVP for the tailgate. That thing is gonna be packed, y'all. It's gonna be crazy. And hopefully we can go ahead and sell out these RSVP, the 75 slots that we have available. So now we can look at the bigger parking lot, set up, all that good stuff. Don't forget tonight, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. No, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. We'll be live again, going live to go with our evening show. We plan on either doing the recruits tonight or we plan on doing some chalk talk with the spring game. We're going to break down spring game, Phil. I found a few clips that we can use without being copyrighted. So I think I'm gonna do a test live too to make sure that is permitted. But if we get into that, I have a few guys on the panel. I'm not sure what 4 I'm gonna solidify, or 3 to join me that I'm gonna solidify. But I would love to have one of our AAA family members to join me and 2 other team reporters, content creators, whatever you want to call it, panelists, analysts, whatever, on the screen while we break down film. We're not going to practice what we're talking about. We're just going to do it and dialogue about football and what we expect to see going into this season, both on the offensive and defensive side. It's going to be very structured. So be ready to come in and kind of be directed, but you're definitely going to have your space to speak on it. And more so above all, man, don't forget to give God praise. Come on now. Give God some praise as you go throughout your day. I encourage you to just go ahead and continue to believe in what's been said in front of you guys. Believe in what's been said in front of you. All the negativity, don't give it space. It's negative things happen, bad things happen. Handle it, keep moving. I don't have much that I'm focusing on right now. Here you go. I'm gonna do this before I get off. I know I'm gonna get fussed at, but here we go. I gotta pull the scripture for y'all this morning. I gotta pull the scripture. And this is why I'm strong on my faith, because I don't too much care for all the extra of religion anymore, right? But this is something that I believe a lot of people deal with on a daily, and it's guilt, right? So there was a situation yesterday that caused me to kind of get in my head. It was involving my finances, and it caused me to get in my head. And I wasn't a direct cause of what happened. It wasn't necessarily something that I planned for it to happen. I didn't do it. So I started blaming myself, and I started feeling guilty about it. And I just could not shake it. And I was like, as much as reality was saying it's not your fault, I could not shake it. So so I had to check myself. I said, did I lose track? Did I get off course? Did I get distracted by something? And being honest, I did. I got distracted with all the drama that happened with leaving Bama football on YouTube. I got distracted with, making sure that the network was going to do good. You get what I'm saying? I got distracted with all that. So I had to go and be accountable for that. And the moment I did that, God kind of led me to this space, to read this scripture. And if you all are familiar with the Bible, that's where I'm coming from. Psalms 51. It says, and this is the Amplified Bible version. And it says, have mercy on me, O God, according to your loving kindness, according to the greatness of your compassion, and blot out my transgressions. Transgressions meaning things that I've done that may have caused you to look at me in a negative light, right? Wash me thoroughly from my weakness and guilt, right? And cleanse me from my sin. Sometimes indecisiveness, right? Indecisiveness and not leaning on God to make decisions for you, or leaning on the higher power to make decisions for you, it kind of falls under the lining of sin. And sin is evil, but sin is not premeditated evil, right? Sometimes sin just happens because we're human, right? God doesn't expect us to be perfect. So it says, cleanse me from my sin, for I am conscious of my transgressions. I know what happened. Now that I'm slowing down, I know what happened, and I acknowledge them. I'm accountable for that. My sin is always before me because I'm human. I was born into sin, and against you, and you only have I sinned. So it doesn't matter what I made other people feel like, because my heart is supposed to be for you. I'm acknowledging this. So God, forgive me for this. Forgive me for this. Skip down to verse 7. It says, purify me with hyssop and I will be clean. Somebody said, what in the world is hyssop? I had to look it up. This is a plant that they use but now we kind of translate into like meditation moments. We translate it, you know, some people use anointing oil as hyssop, you know, as a form of hyssop. Like we translate it into that use my moment of peace, my moment of space to allow me to be cleansed by you, right? And allow me to forgive myself so that I don't place myself in this negative light and feel guilty for something that I don't have control over. And that's what we got to do. We got to be able to trust God with our mistakes, because mistakes are just that. A lot of times we really beat ourselves up because of stuff that we had no control over. Be accountable. Yes, it happened because I allowed this, but I can't control what the outcome was. You get what I'm saying? I only can respond the right way. And when you start responding the right way, you start putting your faith and your mindset in the right places to move past all the negativity. You find yourself in a better headspace. You find yourself in a better spiritual light, right? I mean, you set yourself up to be healthier. You know what I'm saying? Overall, mental, physically, spiritually, you set yourself to be healthy. So I appreciate you all for tuning in today. Hopefully we can get into more of these conversations. I think we might start doing Bible studies on Wednesday nights in August, right before the season. Get prayed up before the season kick off, because we gonna need a lot of humble prayers this year. We're gonna need to be humble a lot. The way our team gonna be whooping up on folks, we're gonna need the prayer of humility to come across our fan base. All right. So with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tuning in today. As always, man, the Coach Smook Network, we're going to bring that energy, authenticity above all. Shout out to the AAA fam, right? Shout out to everybody that's become a AAA family member. Shout out to everybody that supports this channel on the other platforms, Twitter, Facebook, everybody that came through. I see we got likes on the Twitter side. Kendall Johnson, Antonio Kendrick, my brother, Jimmy Lewis came through. Heart reaction from my brother, Kevin Lister. And we're ending the show live with 64 live on YouTube and 65 live on Twitter. So make sure y'all keep running likes up on your way out. If you haven't already subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, I'm your boy, Coach Smook, and I'll catch you on the next one. Roll Tide.